All right, guys, welcome back for the last and final round for tonight, Sunday Night Modern. We have Tom again, which is he's 4-0 on Mono Red Phoenix, and we have Corey Kuhlman, which is going to be on Hardened scales. You guys see right there, they were trying to explain the interaction with Soulscar and Hangerback Walker, how it works. Basically, just explaining how if if Soulscar puts a counter on Hangerback and Hangerback Walker dies, he still gets his constructs. Are they?
Does he? Doesn't seem right.
Because he's trying to say that.
When it dies, put a 1/1 colorless stopped artifact creature token with flying for each 1/1 counter and hanger back forward. No, that would be wrong because it would die with no counters on it.
That's what I thought. So I was waiting for that to come up, and then I'm gonna go out there and. Because it doesn't make sense regardless.
Yeah, because -1/-1 counters actually remove +1/+1 counters. So it would die with no counters of any kind on them.
So our luck, we're not gonna see the interaction anyways. So.
Yeah.
Well, that's not a good light up the stage.
No, not at all, because that Phoenix is just going to be exiled permanently.
Yep.
His hand is just 2 Manamorphose and 2 lands. Another gut shot.
So play the land. I guess Manamorphose, get some cards.
I almost want to just save the Manamorphose and just bolt him twice and pass. Finds a looting.
Get 2 Phoenix there, it's not bad.
There's one. Probably discard that plus the land.
Yep. And then Bolt and then Phoenix, so we'll take 6.
Seems pretty good. Yeah, don't need the 3rd land.
Nope.
Okay. Bolt.
Yep. 16 down to 13 on turn 2. Let's see, what does Corey have? Sure.
Ravager's kind of awkward when Tom has a gut shot in hand.
Yep.
Oh, he has a hardened skills though, so that'll get it outside of gut shot range when it comes down. Swift Spear's a draw for Tom here. So Swift Spear, probably bolt before combat, get in for 5 plus 3. So you can put Corey down to 5 this turn.
Yeah, that's really good actually. He's drawn stuff that actually will start doing stuff.
Yeah. Corey dropping that low this early probably means he has pretty much no way out of this game.
Think you gut shot too? Or you hold it?
I mean, might as well gut shot because here it's worth 2 damage.
So 12 down to 6?
Earth.
If I know how to count?
No, he goes into 3.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
And
already
he's
over.
Dead to the bolt that's in Tom's hand. If there is one, I don't know if there's. Welding Jar, Mox Opal, Blast Zone. I mean, he can play a blocker, but that's not going to help. He has to find a way to block the Phoenix. Alright, it's got 4 counters on it now. Ravager. Okay, so you can make a bunch of Thopters here. He's still dead to any burn spells. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what Mono Red does. It's basically playing burn, but you're playing Phoenix and looting.
Alright, so we already saw Tom's board. Corey, Nature's Claim's coming in for life gain. Damping Sphere seems pretty good. Pretty much shuts down Phoenix entirely.
Yep.
There's no way they're getting it back under Damping Sphere. Ravenous Trap's pretty good. Relic is fine. Cage is fine. That's probably it.
So we see he's bringing in 7. What do we see for the 7?
It's probably the exact cards I named.
Yeah.
2 Nature's Claims, 2 Damping Spheres, 2
That's
Ravenous
4,
Traps, and then
6.
Relic and Cage. Or either Relic or Cage.
Yeah. I think Cage would be better, actually.
Yeah, probably. And then on Tom's side, Shenanigans, obviously.
Blood Moon.
Blood Moon's,
Shenanigan.
I don't know.
It cuts off the Ink Moth.
Yeah, that's probably a good enough reason. Abrade's obviously really good.
And Blast Zone.
Yeah. He could bring in Leyline of the Void if he wants to turn off Modular. I don't know that he needs to.
No, I don't think he needs to.
I think the only time you need to bring in Leyline of the Void to turn off Modular is if your Hardened Scales matchup is actually just that bad. I don't think his is that bad at all.
No. Yeah, this is going to be a quick round.
Yeah, both of these decks play very fast. Hardened Scale is definitely capable of playing a long game. In this matchup, he will not get to play a long game, so he has to either end it early or lose.
Only thing is, can Hardened Scales finish the game quick?
Yeah. You can totally go like turn 1 Hardened Scales, turn 2 like Opal, Welding Jar, Ravager.
Okay.
Or Big Hanger Backwalker, then turn 3 play Ballista, play Ravager, and then have Ravager eat everything and Ballista kill them.
No, you're right.
Either that or have Ravager eat everything and put the counters on Inkmoth Nexus and then kill them.
Yeah, I still feel like that's a little too slow.
I don't think it's too slow. I think the problem is it's weak to interaction, and like half of Tom's deck interacts with that.
Yeah. You don't look.
Yeah. Yeah, that was a relatively weak hand. It had like multiple lava darts and a bunch of lands.
Which is fine. They both mulligan really well. Actually, I don't think Hardened Scales...
I mean, they want to see Hardened Scales every game. If you get
Yeah.
the mulligan to 7 every time, then you're having more chance to see turn 1 Hardened Scales, so that's good for them.
It's really good for them. So... I'm actually surprised. It was a kind of a smaller turnout for us tonight after last week.
Yeah, last week was a little crazy. I didn't get out of here until like 1 a.m.
Oh, jeez. Yeah, I had an issue, and then after, I was just basically rested at home all day with the kids, and I got notified at about 1-ish that the standings were finally going up, and I was just like, what?
Yeah, it was
I'm
crazy.
like, maybe John just forgot, and then I looked at the stream was just off like 20 minutes prior, and I was like, oh yeah, huh.
All right, Swift Spear.
Hanger back on 1. Another lightning bolt, lightning bolt.
No second land for Tom though. So I don't know. Hangerback Walker without a Hardened Scales in play isn't super threatening.
No.
And this Swift Spear will be able to attack through it anyway. He finds his second land.
Well, yeah, that's really good.
See if he has anything he wants to get rid of.
I think you get rid of another Swift Spear and Lava Spike. You have 2 bolts, a land, and Manamorphose, so would they light up the stage?
I kind of like just getting rid of the light up the stage here. You have so many burn spells.
Well, the only reason I'm saying he keeps light up stage because he can basically play this land because he's obviously not going to block, or maybe he will block. It just doesn't make sense for him to block right now with the hanger back.
I don't like getting rid of Swift Spear because he could have played his land and then played Swift Spear and attacked in for extra damage, and then his next turn would be like brutal.
Well, because if he swings in and Corey allows it, light up the stage is going to be really good. And that's why it's kind of like it's kind of like an iffy line. I don't know what line exactly.
I think the fact that he can block here is reason enough to discard light up the stage there, because it's not guaranteed that that's going to be good this turn, and you have so much to do in your hand that I don't think you're ever going to be at a point where you're going to be casting that.
Okay, I see it that way. That's true.
He gets rid of a Lava Spike. Or Bolt?
No.
I don't know.
No, you.
I don't know what the logic is there. Bolt is literally just better Lava Spike in every situation, so I don't know. All right. Well, I mean, you let him attack through, so ended up going fine for him.
Yeah. Except for that Lava Spike. The Lava
Bolt
Spike
was
should've.
bad because Spike can't hit creatures. Yeah. That is very accurate.
Not even that. I think the better thing is, and you know the deck, it's better to have instant speed than sorcery speed.
Yeah, like the card's just a straight upgrade to Lava Spike. I don't know. All right. Well, he has his third land. He has no way to get that Phoenix into play this turn.
Okay, so.
See, like, if he had instead held on to the Swift Spear, he could have it in play here, and he'd have, like, way more damage coming across, potentially. Metamorphose into Flashback Looting, hoping to hit Gut Shatter Lava Dart. Yeah, I like that line. Because you can put Phoenix into play, and at the same time, like, get a bunch of prowess triggers on your Swift Spear.
Here's the thing with that, DJ Mathis. I like that line, but you've also been piling in mono red for a while, so you see that line. I think Tom's only been playing for a few weeks, so I don't know if he's 100% with the interaction. So he does see this,
Yeah,
so hopefully he's going to do it. But now he's got to pray. No.
That's a crash through. Oh, he found a second Phoenix, though. So the next turn's going to be pretty brutal. All right, he's going to take 3 then. Oh, no, he's probably blocking with this token. Yeah, so he's not taking 3. If Corey has some graveyard hate, now would be a good time.
Yeah. This would be... I don't think he drew anything, though.
No.
That's the issue.
No.
So it looks like, what, 2 Hardened Scales? No, it's a Hardened Scales, Ancient.
All right. Does he have lethal here? So he has a Ravager. Oh, he doesn't have lethal because he had to tap the Inkmoth Nexus.
Yeah.
If he didn't have to tap it, I think he could just kill him here. But yeah, he had to tap the Nexus to play Ravager.
The issue
this
right
turn.
now is Tom's really not showing too much. He just really needs to get those Phoenixes going. Well, don't show it.
Well, now Corey's put Tom on the back foot, right? Because he has lethal in play. So one of the two Phoenixes that come back this turn is going to have to stay back to block.
Mm-hmm. He did just draw Shenanigans, though.
Yeah. So that's kind of awkward because he doesn't have any free spells. So he can't both cast Shenanigans and get Phoenixes back this turn.
Yeah.
But it depends on how he wants to play this. If he wants to just play to not die, then he can just kill the Ravager. But at the same time, like, just throwing all your spells at him and getting the Phoenixes back, you can just leave one back, still not die. Shenanigans costs 2 mana. It's a 2 mana sorcery.
Yeah, it's one colorless, one red, and you can dredge it.
Okay, it's gonna bolt him. That's one trigger on each of them. Crash through, draw a card, found a land, so he can play that now.
Yep.
Was that only his second spell? Why does he have 3 tapped lands?
Did he not just bolt?
Oh, yeah, he did. I guess he's just not, he's missing a trigger or something. He's not denoting it with the dice properly, or Lava Spike. They should have 4 triggers,
Maybe
right?
there isn't. No, that was...
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Is this just lethal? So these all have trample except the... Oh, the second... Okay, the second Swift Spear was cast this turn. You're right. Alright, so 3, 6... The 2 Swift Spears have trample. So that's 8 damage with trample coming across. I think... Crash through does not... Oh.
Hold on, guys. So you're asking about that. It doesn't work because it's already being cast before they come into play.
Yeah.
It doesn't work for them because the Phoenixes don't get it until it's already cast.
Yeah, stacking the Walker gives them blockers for the birds. I think... Well, he just Lava Spiked him, right? So he's at 7 here, not 10, I think. Do I have life totals right?
Let me go find out. Double check.
Yeah. Because, like...
How is Corey at 16? Or he's at 14.
That doesn't seem right to me, but I trust them to keep track of that. Yeah, this is game. I don't know why he needed to leave a Phoenix back and he didn't for some reason. So Corey took 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 damage, down to 7. But yeah, I don't know. He needed to leave a Phoenix back and he didn't, so. There's not much to think about here, right?
No.
This is just over. I don't know why he's thinking so hard on this Syrinx. All right, there's a second Ink Moth Nexus. I mean, he could be worried about Gut Shot.
Yeah.
I disagree with having Crash in the deck. You need a card that will do something even if you don't have creatures. He might be playing around Gut Shot. Well, so technically, Crash Through is at least a cantrip if you don't have creatures. I still don't think that it's, like, good. And there are probably better cards he could be playing. But the floor on it's high enough where it can be considered. And yeah, it looks like he's playing around Gut Shot. I don't know if he can afford to play around Gut Shot, though. I think he might have to go for it. Yeah, he's going to go for it. Swing for 10 Infect. Alright, game 3.
Yeah. Okay, I see where. So this is DJ's DJ Mathis's list from. This is Dennis's list from the Open. So he has 1 Shrine, 4 Guts, 4 Darts, 4 Bolts, 4 Manmorphos, 2 Risk, 4 Faithless Looting, 1 Fork Bolt, 4 Lightning, and 4 Light Up the Stage.
Yeah.
4 Lava Spikes. My bad, not Lightning. I agree, I guess, with Crash, but it is a cantrip.
I don't know. I feel like in a lot of situations, you'd rather just have a card that does damage instead of having Crash Through.
Yeah, I guess maybe that's why he has the risk factors in here.
Yeah.
I think the risk factors are actually really good. I don't know how they worked for him at the Open, but it kind of seems really good, honestly, that, like... Oh, so the guy, I read it wrong earlier. The guy that took second that beat him, that gave him his 3rd loss, was Hogak.
Yeah.
Good old Hogak.
Cantrip that doesn't give you free mana. Yeah.
And the risk factors were great. Yeah, I can only imagine.
And I don't think the upside of giving your stuff trample matters often enough for it to even be played. Like, there it didn't do anything. Yeah, I don't really see it fitting in the deck.
All right, so match 3. This will be our last round for the night, guys. We stream every Friday and Sunday. I will be broadcasting. We'll be streaming on Friday. I will be with Austin on Friday doing some standard gameplay.
It drew the land he was after. Yeah. I mean, that's confirmation bias, but yeah.
So Mountain, play Swiss Sphere, lose 1.
So I think this hand that Tom kept is mostly leaning on Shenanigans being good. He has no second land. I think he has a Looting to draw into it. Yeah.
Okay.
But Shenanigans with this relic in play is a little awkward.
Yeah, I think if he had another land, it would have been really good right now to just get rid of that blast zone.
No land.
Now you're behind.
Yeah, now you're behind. Turn 2 is when you're supposed to be going off, and instead you're stumbling on lands just because you saw a sideboard card in your opener. I mean, Shenanigans is a very strong sideboard card in this matchup because it's just like a free shatter every turn. But
Guess he could also get rid of Shenanigans if he wanted to.
I mean, that's just going to bait the relic out. I mean, maybe that's what you want to do.
Yeah.
But yeah, if Corey sees Shenanigans in the yard, he'll definitely pop relic. Yeah, so he's going to try to...
Yep, so 17.
he's going to try to protect
I
Shenanigans by
can't tell
holding it
Corey's
here.
hand, but it doesn't look super fast right now.
Yeah, I mean, if his start is land a relic, it's probably not a great
No,
hand.
what is one card that looks like Throne of Geth, which is...
Yeah, he plays those. So Throne of Geth is kind of slow in this matchup.
Oh, yeah. Dakota 2 weeks ago was playing it on a Tuesday or... Tuesday. And I think it was him, but somebody was saying, like, Throne of Geth is just, it's way too slow.
Mm-hmm. It's not really repeatable in the same turn either, so... Takes Inkmoth Nexus off the stirrings. Yeah, this hand's just really awkward without a second land now. I mean, thankfully Corey's not really doing anything, but...
Yeah.
Drops down to 15. Yeah, he doesn't have any, like, enablers at all. He just has some lands plus ballistas and hangerback walkers. No opal, no ravager, no hardened scales. All right, let's see if he finds his land. Yep.
All right, there it is.
Okay.
All right, start doing a little bit something.
Yeah, I mean he's got plenty of stuff to do here. The question is, like, what order do you start doing things in? I think you might just start with Shenanigans targeting the relic.
Yeah.
Force him to pop it. Does he run any fork bolts? I have not seen any so far tonight, and he's been on camera twice now. So I'm going to assume no.
Dennis, I'm going to show him your deck list if you don't mind. I've seen you pilot that deck multiple times, and it's just your list always seems so linear and so good. And I know Tom is practicing for, I think it's him, Luke, and somebody else. They're going to Indy for Magic Fest too, so.
Yeah, he's weighing his options right now. I still think the Shenanigans is the best play. Just target relic. There's nothing immediately that threatening on the board right now.
Yeah.
Get relic off the board so that you know Shenanigans will be repeatable. You have enough gas in your hand that you're okay dredging Shenanigans every turn just so you can interact. In case Corey does put anything into play that's that threatening. Manamorphose first, sure.
Yeah, I guess draw your card, then Shenanigans. Like, I really do feel like he really does need to take that line just so that Relic can do anything, because you have looting in your hand. You don't want to looting, and then you have Phoenix with the Relic still on the field.
Yeah. I mean, the other thing he can go for is looting here to try to get into the Phoenix, but that's too greedy. I would just play it safe, get Relic off the board, swing in with your 2 prowess triggers. You get in a bunch of damage, and you force him to start doing things.
Yeah. All right, make him pop it.
Yep, attack for 6. You gonna block? Probably not. Third Swift Spear, then Spike. Yeah. That might just be better. Because if he does that, then that's
So he blocks 1. I think it's a little bit better, but I think he has to worry about
I mean that's
late game.
that's much more damage. Um, He'd save the one in his hand because of Blast Zone. Yeah, I don't know if it's worth playing around Blast Zone at this point. Like, Corey
No,
is
it's
so
way
far
too late.
behind. I don't think him going for shenanigans changes anything, really, because... actually, it kind of does. Because now he gets to make all these blockers, and... the third Swift Spear doesn't really get to do anything now. Finds his third land. Chose not to dredge. So he's got 6 points of burn in hand. Can force Corey to start chumping to these Swift Spears. He doesn't have enough mana to do anything with the module this turn. He can't make any extra tokens. So those 3 blockers are all he's going to have. This is why Shatterstorm should be in the game, since there's a lot of Urzas running around. Yeah, I agree. I definitely, in this deck at least, prefer Shatterstorm to Shenanigans. There's a Phoenix.
Yep.
So is that enough damage now? It would have been if he went with the other line last turn and went with the third Swift Spear and Lava Spike.
Mm-hmm.
But because he didn't do that, the Phoenix plus his 2 burn spells are not enough here.
He had to, though, because he had to get that relic off the field, though.
Did he? I don't know. I mean, I guess if the relic was still on the board, this wouldn't be lethal anyway because the Phoenix wouldn't come back.
Yeah.
But if the relic was still on the board, he would have to hold up 1 mana. He would be holding up 1 mana for the activation, which means that there'd be 1 less blocker.
No Phoenix.
So
No Phoenix. All right, that's perfect. Yep. So he's gonna go down to 6. He's got a chump.
yeah, he's got to chump both of these.
Oh yeah, Thopter can block offline.
Yeah, so he's at 5.
Yep.
There's a Hardened Scales. I think it's a little too late, though. He doesn't have any way to... He doesn't have a Ravager, so he can't just, like, kill him out of nowhere with... That's the wrong
That's a
card.
forest.
Yeah, he figured it out. Okay. Yeah, he can't kill him out of nowhere without a Ravager. And it doesn't look like he has one, so... I think this is going to be the match. Oh, he does have one. Okay. Is this enough? So, 2, 4, 6, 8. I don't think it's enough. 2, 4, 6, 8. Oh wait, yeah, it is, because he gets the extra 2 when he moves them over. Yep. Good game.